On the podcast, so happy to be joined by Davante Adams, the All-Pro wide receiver of the Green Bay Packers. And Davante, welcome. And I would be remiss if I didn't start by asking you, over the last 3 years, when I knew we were going to be talking, over the last 3 years, I looked at your production. It's 309 catches, 3,757 yards, 36 touchdowns. And I just said, how can anybody right now be better? And I know that there have been times where a lot of people have asked you, are you the best at your position in the NFL? Mm-hmm. How do you see where you are right now in this great run of wide receivers around the league?
There's a lot of them, man. Every time this question gets asked, there's always like some big media coverage on it and all of that. When it's portrayed like I'm like Muhammad Ali, like I'm in here and I'm the greatest, and like it's not about that. It's just my confidence in who I am and what I can do out there on the field, because I feel like I've earned the right to be able to say it, and to earn the right to be able to feel the way that I do about my game. I pour really a lot into, my craft. So, each year I try to elevate and get better and better. And I feel like I've been able to do that. It's a tough thing to go out there and be consistent and play at that level, especially when guys know that, you're one of the main focus of the offense. And, with the help of my teammates, my quarterback, coaches and everything, I'm able to go out and play at a pretty high level consistently. So I feel really good about where I am in my game. But I'm only a piece of that football team. Without, the people I just stated, it'd be tough for me to go out there and do what I do. So I'm definitely appreciative for my teammates, but I can say with confidence that I think I'm the best, wide receiver in the world.
Do you really take those comparisons personally? Like when you hear people talking about that, and if somebody says, well, Michael Thomas is the best, or whatever, whoever is the best, do you take it personally?
No, not at all. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion of who they think is the best, or what movie you like. I think this is the best juice in the world right here, Tropicana watermelon, and I have no sponsorship with them, so I have no dog in this fight. But I think this is the best juice. You may think that Welch's grape is the best, and we're both entitled, and neither of us can. It sucks for them because they are wrong in that instance, but they're entitled to feel however they want to feel, man. There's plenty of talent out there. A lot of guys that I watch their tape to, implement some of that into my game and create what I like to call Weapon X. So, I got a lot of respect for these guys. There's some really good talent around the league. So, I let people, think what they want to think and like who they want to like, because, I can't really control that. All I can control is how I go out and run out there on that field.
I ask players a lot, especially younger players. I said, who do you watch to try to learn from? So I'm curious, is there someone who you've watched in your career, maybe going back to college, where you took something from their game that you really felt helped you as a receiver?
Absolutely. Still now. I watch Keenan Allen's tape. He's my favorite receiver in the league, and he knows that. He's one of my good friends. We got a lot of similarities of how we move out there on the field, how we, our deception, the way we can influence defensive backs. So I feel like a lot of there's certain guys that I can watch their tape that I got respect for their game, but me trying to take what they do and put it in my game, I don't know how beneficial it would be for me, just based off how I move and the way I like to play. And that's fine, because there's a million different ways to play this position. So, but Keenan, we, similar patterns of how we like to wiggle, a lot of the unconventional hopping off the line of scrimmage and stuff like that. We both live in each other's book, as we like to call it. So it's helped me out a lot. And there's definitely more guys around the league than that. Stephon Diggs, another technician that I respect a lot. DeAndre Hopkins, the way he goes up and gets that ball, it's really unmatched the way he can just catch the ball. I like to say when he catches the ball, it's caught. So you might as well not even try to rake at it and do all that stuff, because those mittens get on it, or those talons, they get those hands on the ball. It's caught. So and obviously Julio is a guy that people for some reason aren't even speaking about as much. I don't know if it's because he was hurt this year or whatever, but I mean, he's been doing it at a high level for years and years and years now. So got a tremendous amount of respect for him. But Keenan's my guy. So Keenan and Diggs, I probably say those are my two guys as far as who I watch to, actually use what I'm seeing of what they're using on the field.
I was at when they were still in San Diego, I was at a San Diego Chargers training camp practice one day when Phillip Rivers was throwing, and Rivers was a little wild.
Mm-hmm.
And Keenan Allen made about 5 catches that day where I swear his arms stretched out about 3 feet longer than they really were.
Yeah.
I said, how in the world is he making those catches? I'm glad you like him that much, because I think sometimes he gets lost and he gets forgotten a little bit in the discussion about the best receiver in the game.
Absolutely. I definitely agree with that. He's one of the ones that, and I don't know what it's due to. I don't know if it's not loud enough or whatever, because it's that's feel like that hurt me just sticking to football, which I'm okay with. But there's certain guys who are louder and got more going on, outside of just playing football, and they get more recognized for that sometimes, and then it'll mix and actually help as far as how people view them. Somehow I don't know how that works out, but I give a lot of credit to the guys like me, and Keenan, who go out there and just play ball and let their play speak for them, and we take care of our families, and we just kind of normal dudes who just not so normal when it comes to wideout play.
I got 3 Green Bay questions for you. The first one is, I always wonder this about players, specifically players who come from places that are pretty warm or, are not Green Bay, Wisconsin. So you're from East Palo Alto, California, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
You went to Fresno State.
Mm-hmm.
And I wondered, on draft night in 2014, when you get drafted by the Green Bay Packers, is your first thought, A, oh my God, this is great, I get to go play with Aaron Rodgers, or B, oh my God, I'm going to the Arctic Circle?
Yeah. I have to say C, and C is, let's figure out where Green Bay is geographically first, because I knew it was Midwest somewhere, but I couldn't tell you what state it was in. And once you get over to that clump, Illinois, Wisconsin, all those states in the Midwest. Michigan is I truly did not know which state it was. So I put that out there. It is what it is. So I had to find out where it was first, and then started setting in. I was still a little upset too, because day one I didn't go. Had ESPN at the house and everything there to cover the draft, just in case I got picked by one of the teams that were interested. Didn't go, so I was still a little mad the next day. We all wore black that day because it was all the rest of the team's funeral who didn't pick me.
Is that true?
Yeah, it is. It's a fact. We did. There's pictures of it. You can see it. We all had our black on for that reason. And once I snapped out of it and kind of got over myself and being all pissed off, definitely was filled with excitement and could not wait. Got Aaron's number from my wideout coach. Connected with him later that day and just let him know basically I was ready to get to work, and then the rest is history.
What is it like to be in Green Bay in the dead of winter? How do you deal with it?
You stay in the house. You stay as warm as you can while you're out at practice, and just go out there and ball. Use the games as an outlet, man, because it's not so much you can do being outdoors other than practicing and playing in the game. So I just try to take full advantage of that and just enjoy those Sundays out there.
What's been your reaction in the last couple of weeks to the stories about Aaron wanting out?
It's been tough, man. It's I've obviously spoke to him a little bit. Can't really share too much of what we talked about, but it's just something that part of this business is you got to keep people happy, and it's tough because you have so much time invested in one place and you've done so much for one place. You just kind of hope to see that respect reciprocated, I guess you could say. And when it doesn't work out exactly how you want, you have issues like this. But we're just being positive, and I'm just sticking to my training, doing what I have to do to put myself in a position to be ready, whoever my quarterback is come season. Hope we're praying that it's still Aaron, just so we can continue what we've had going this whole time. But just going to continue working to see how it plays out.
Do you have a gut feeling whether he will be a Packer this year or not?
I don't, man. I'm just trying to be positive, keep my mind on it. I don't even want to, bring anything else into this universe. I just want to think good thoughts and kind of downplay it in my head and just hope that, at some point it just goes back to normal and we show up to camp and everybody's ready to rock.
One one last thing about the Packers. How long did it take you to get over the loss to Tampa? And when you think about that game, what hurts the most?
I mean, it hurts the most that I've been I've completed 7 seasons in the NFL. I've been to 4 NFC Championship games, so without appearing in the Super Bowl yet. So it begins to get a little bit I don't know what the word is. I don't want to say discouraged because that sounds a little bit too intense, but it gets to a point where it's like, man, is this even a real thing? Like, I don't even know if the Super Bowl is a real thing right now because I just keep getting right there and just come up a little bit short. But it took a while to get over that Tampa loss just because, I really and truly thought we were at home. I just knew we were going to Super Bowl and getting in is the hard part. And I knew once we were in, we are going to win it. So not being able to do that, it was tough. But, we got to have the short memory. You're ready to come back for this next season and, go on a run.
Davante, I know you are with me today because you were just dying to talk to me, but there's one other reason. You are working with Justin Jefferson
Yes.
for a program called Building Better Lives through Optimum Nutrition, which to me, when I read about this, I just said, this is really a good thing for premier athletes to be involved in because people look at you. Yeah. Kids will look at you. People from where you grew up will look at you and want to sort of emulate what you were doing. Mm-hmm. Explain what Building Better Lives is.
Well, I mean, I partnered, like you said, with Optimum Nutrition a little while back. Just we're really on the same page. I feel like the company and myself, as far as how we view putting other people who are underprivileged and in better positions. So they provide the resources to under resource communities, such as the one that I come from, putting these kids in a better position to be able to maximize their potential and make the most and at a bare minimum just be healthy and feel better about themselves. So when I found out about this and talked with them about this project, I knew it was perfect for me because giving back is something that I'm really, really into. I've been into that since I've gotten into the league, just because being a young kid from East Palo Alto, I didn't have much. So to be, a part of something like this now where I can help people who were like me at that point, it makes it's an easy call for me to be able to team up with them because they got the best products, the most trustworthy, and puts me in a good position to, succeed, being that I train at such a high level. Recovery is so huge for me as well. So best recovery and supplements in the game. And I can truly say that it's helped me out with seasons like last year, being banged up a few times, just not feeling great after a game and being able to come back and have the confidence that I'll be ready to go by that next game. Just my game is all about the sharp movements and being able to move. So if my body's not feeling right, then my game won't be all the way right. So getting with them from the Building Better Lives, that they can also go buildingbetterlives.com. You can check it out yourself out there for the viewers. But getting with this, it's been a great partnership, and I've loved every moment of it.
One other thing about this. So you, as well as, trying to show people how to maybe eat better, promote better nutrition and all that, there's also going to be some fitness resources, yes, right? Put in your hometown and in Justin Jefferson's hometown in Louisiana. Is that right?
Yeah, more and that's the biggest part because there's a lot of people out there that are willing to, put themselves in a better position through nutrition and exercise, but being in an area where, you don't really have those resources, Optimum stepping in to be able to fulfill that has been huge. And I know that that's one of the things. I didn't have a facility growing up where I didn't have, the resources to be able to actually put myself in elite training spot. So to see that they have that and that they're providing that now, that's going to be the biggest game changer in the world for kids in a community like what I come from.
Davante Adams, really appreciate you joining me this week, and best of luck with this program. It's a really laudable, good program, and I hope you continue to play football with Aaron Rodgers.
So do I, man. I appreciate you having me. It's been a great experience. Thank you.
All right, thanks, Davante. Take care.
All right, you too, boss.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.